Hey guys, this is Bogless, and I wanted to show off some hexadecimal to binary converters and some binary to hexadecimal converters. And here I just link them up from hexadecimal to binary to hexadecimal. But first I wanted to show you guys like what hexadecimal is, just to make sure you guys are following along. You can skip to this time code, or just click on the time code on the first comment, and that'll be whenever I show this off. And also, if you guys don't really like this explanation, there's going to be a better one linked in the description. But this is the idea of hexadecimal. Okay, I'm going to move the add 4,000. Okay, sorry. I wanted to move that sun out of the way. Okay, so I chose the number 347 just randomly, but whenever you say the number 347, what you mean is three hundreds, four tens, and one seven. So 347. Okay, and the way we get that 1, the 10, and the 100 is because we have 10 numbers in every place. The numbers can be either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's it. You can't have 10 here. Um, but uh, the way you do it is you get that number 10, the number of numbers that there can be in one place, and then raise it to the power of 0, to the power of 1, to the power of 2, and then you would do 3, 4, 5, etc. Um, so with base 10, it looks nice like this. We get the value 1, the value 2, or sorry, the value 10, and the value 100. For binary, we get numbers like 1, 2, 4, 8. And the reason why is because we're using base 2. So here in binary, numbers can be either 0 or 1. So 0 or 1. Um, but first, let's say this. So over here, what you would do to calculate the actual value of your number is that you would do 3 times 100 plus 4 times 10 plus 1 times plus 7 times 1. Well, over here, we do basically the same thing. You would do 1 times, this number would be 256. I think. Yeah, 256. This one would be 128. This would be 64. This would be 32, 16, 8, 0, 4, 2, 1. So this 0, oh, 1, 0, 1010111 is the same value 347. And you could check that by adding 256 plus, well, there's 0 in the 128th column, plus 1 in the 64's column, plus 0 in the 32's. So all we have right now is 256 plus 64 plus 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. Well, that's good and all. Some of you guys might have known that, but then a lot of people get confused on the hexadecimal part, so that's what this is. So over here we had 10 numbers in each column. Here we had only 2 numbers in each column, which is why it's binary. And here we've got hexadecimal, which means hex means 6, decimal means 10, so we've got 16. And here the numbers up here can also be letters. So what we would have is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we go to A, B, C, D, E, and F, where A, B, C, D, E, and F just stand for the values 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and 15. So in this case, B is 11. And here here what we have is 16 to the power 1, 16 to the power 0, which is 1, 16 to the power 1, which is 16, and 16 to the power of 2, which is 256. Okay, so what we would do here to convert to the actual number is the same thing we did before. So we do 1 times 256 plus 5 times 16 plus uh, my bad, plus 11 times 1. So 256 plus, I think this would be 74, plus 11. And that gives you 347. And if you look on the calculator, I'm just going to stand right here and open up this calculator. Let's move that over here to the right a little. Okay, that didn't work. Wait, there we go. Okay, so what we have here is the number 347, but if you look at the top, it says HEX and then 15b, which is what we have in Minecraft. And you can also see in binary, so BIN, it's 0, 0, 0, 0, and then it's 1, 0, 1, 0, sorry, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And that's the conversion. So if you want to convert from one to another, what you normally do is you take the value in decimal, and then for binary, you try to find the biggest on the start from the left and find the biggest value. So for 347, it's 256. That's the biggest value below it because goes 256 and then 512. So then we put a 1 at the 256 and then subtract 1 from 347. Then we're left with, I don't know what it is, but it's not bigger than 128, which is why this is a 0. And then we've got a number that's bigger than 64, so we put a 1 on the 64, and so on. And then a really cool way to convert from, I'm going to turn off the calculator now. A really cool way to go from binary to hexadecimal is, well, if you separate them into into chunks of 4. So here you can see it's a little split up in chunks of 4. Let's see what this number is. Just these 4 numbers. So we've got 1, which is 8, plus 0 times 4, plus 1 times 2, plus 1 times 1. That's 8 plus 2 plus 1, which is 11. You can actually do that and just say 11. And then you can go to the next one and do the same thing. So here we have, you can imagine that this is 1, 2, 4, and 8, and then you do 4 plus 1, which is 5. And then you keep doing that for each block of 4. So that's what this circuit does over here. Okay, so now you guys, welcome back if you skipped ahead. This circuit right here converts from hexadecimal to binary, and this one does from binary to hexadecimal. And both of these are pistonless, and that's because sometimes, like on Spigot or something, sometimes the pistons are super unreliable, so I try to not use pistons where I can. Okay. So here we've got, what we've got here is 0 coming out, and that's shown on the power right here. Okay. And what we can do is, I've defined this one to have the value 1, 2, 4, and 8. So what I can do is, if I want 8, I flip this lever on, and this power becomes 8. And then, let's say I want 10, that's 1 plus 2, or sorry, that's 8 plus 2, we get 10. And we can flip any combination of levers, that's 5, and so on. Over here, we get the exact opposite. So it goes from this to this. And like going from B to that value. Okay, so I'm gonna add some power to this. Right now what's being input is 0, but if I put a book in and then turn to the right page, I can output the number that's shown here. So right now I'm choosing to output 7, and this is the binary representation of 7. 1 starting on this left side, going to 8 on this right side. And yeah, we can do, for example, B, which is what we had over here. That's this, 8 plus 4 plus 1. And if you look at that, try to remember 1, 0, 1, 1. We get 1, 0, 1, 1. So then we can convert from one to the other. Over here, what I have is it converts into binary right here using that circuit, and then converts into hexadecimal. So this is just to kind of show off the speed of it, which really it's not that fast. If you wanted faster, you would probably use something like you would probably use Pistons. But this is a fairly compact way of doing it that's pistonless. And here we go. So what I'm going to do is go to D, which is I think the slowest one. And actually, what I'm going to do is do this. Put D here. And whenever I put a block here, it's going to let the signal go through. But I'm going to break that for now, and then leave my body and place it, and you can see how long it takes. So ready, 3, 2, 1, go. And that's how long it takes. And you can see it's 13, which is the value D. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna show you closer what this looks like. You can build this on your own. So this, it's just the value 8 in this comparator. Then this value is 4. Then this value is 2, and this value is 1. And these are just 15. These are their barrels. This one's fairly simple, and you can actually reverse the order of this. So if you wanted this to be 8, you could do that just by making this 8, then 4, then 2, then 1, which is what I did over there. So yeah, you can copy this design. So 3, 2, 1, pause it, and there you go. This other one requires a bit more explanation. So to convert from hexadecimal to binary, it's a little harder than just, because here we can just add numbers with the comparators. But here, what we have to do is subtract if it's bigger than 1. Or sorry, let's start with this side. So if the signal is bigger than 8, then we want to subtract 8 and then calculate the rest of the stuff. And that's hard to do in a compact way because, well, it's just hard to do. So the way we're doing that is we send this power up through this redstone dust. Then we're subtracting 8. Well, we're not actually subtracting, we're comparing it to 8. And if it's bigger than 8, then this turns on. This turns off. My bad. This turns off if it's bigger than 8. And then that makes this turn on, which powers this comparator, which is being subtracted by 7. So this value is 7. So we end up getting 15 minus 7 and a power of 8 in here to subtract. Here we have just the values 8, 4, 2, and 1. And here we've got 7, B, which is 11, and D, which is 14. Sorry, 13. And the reason for all of those is, and it's important that you do it in this order, and you don't put this one over here, because if not, this will subtract the wrong, this will subtract from both of these, and you don't want that. Yep. So I'm gonna just build a sliver of this. So, alright, here we go. So here we have our input. Let's get one of these. And we put a redstone dust on top of it. I'm gonna get rid of this. Then what we do is we have a block like this to get the power from it, and a redstone. I'm gonna take off F3, my bad. We have a comparator, and 2 blocks next to that comparator with a comparator right there. Wait, yeah. Then we put a dust here and don't put either of these in subtract mode. Then we have one of these blocks with a redstone torch on it. Come down, put a redstone dust on it, put a redstone torch right here. This just lets the signal come down. And put a redstone dust here. Wait, my bad, not there. Here. Then we get a comparator and put it on subtract mode, and put 2 blocks next to it like this, with a comparator, doesn't matter, and a redstone dust. Then here we put a book stand, or you could do a barrel, anything that lets you control the amount of power coming out, and then somehow make it to where the output is signal strength 7. Okay. Or if you're doing a different slice of these, you do the different values I showed you earlier. Then you put a block here where this subtracting comparator is facing, with a redstone dust on top of it, and then a comparator on subtract mode. Then you just copy this over. Oh, my bad, I forgot this this to be subtracting, which it's not actually subtracting, it's just comparing to 8. Okay, so now you would just copy again and put it here. And it doesn't matter that these are touching, because this other one on the right will always be bigger, and comparators are smart about taking the biggest thing to subtract from. And this one would be B, or 11. Here's this. Just going to build the second one, and that's it. Okay. And again, here they're smart about which one to take from. We got to put a block on top of this. See, that's why I also did that, because sometimes I forget a block. Okay, I think that's it for today. Did I put this on subtract mode? Yeah. If you guys have any more comments, questions, or concerns, or even suggestions on what to build next, feel free to let me know in the comments. I don't think you guys need a tutorial on this one. There's nothing below. It's just a platform. And this is what it looks like. Again, 8. I'll put an overlay right now. Okay. Remember, guys, please like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. I don't have anything to do over this summer break, and yeah. See you guys later.